Hey guys, what is up? Starkiller Mark here, and I'm back with another episode of my gaming news series. This is a series that takes you through some of the gaming news going on in the gaming community from the past week, and also the releases from the past week as well. So without further gilding the lily, and with no more ado, let's start off with some news. And if you know that movie reference, I applaud you. Anyway, well, it's been a problem before, but hopefully this will help. Skyrim is close to receiving its next patch, and this will focus strongly on fixing the PS3 problems. For a while now, PS3 has been having plenty of lag in the game space, and unfortunately none of the patches thus far have resolved it fully. Players would get a good chunk of gaming in, maybe forget to save, and then a great massive lag attack would happen and force them to shut down the system in order to fix it. It had supposedly been dealt with before, but it wasn't actually truly fixed. Some players noticed a difference, but in truth, the patch didn't offer the necessary amendments. It's said by Bethesda that this problem is being focused on highly in this upcoming patch. Another helpful thing for those Sony system lovers, the Vita is coming, and with it will come a possibility of longer life. No, I don't mean longer life for you, I'm talking about the Vita's battery. Sony announced last September the specs for the battery life of the Vita. According to them, it would only have a battery life that would allow for 3 to 5 hours of gameplay, or 5 hours of movies, or up to 9 hours of listening to music. Now this is all with the default settings though, with brightness and backlighting or whatever. Apparently they didn't factor in the Bluetooth or the 3G or Wi-Fi, so if you're using those things at the same time, it'll probably be less. There is hope, however, for a longer battery life, and it comes in the form of Nyko's Power Grip. The grip will reportedly be available the same day as the system, and can apparently triple the battery life the Vita offers. It'll be priced at $24.99, and hopefully give gamers a necessary addition to provide longer lasting game sessions. Now the next news is probably the coolest news of the year so far, and I would think it might remain that way for me for the rest of the year. The popular iOS auto-running game Canabalt will make its leap to a home console, but I bet you $5 that you can't guess which console. 360? No. PS3? Guess again. Perhaps the Wii? Nope. Well, stop guessing, because this system was released before most of you were born, I presume. It's being released for the Commodore 64. This is one of the first ever video game systems, and if I know my stuff, I believe it was the first home gaming console. Although the game will not run perfectly, where lag is said to occur while playing, the fact that the game is being released for this system after all these years of it being out, that's just astounding and wonderful to hear, in my opinion. Well, that splendid piece of information wraps up the news portion for this week, but be sure to check out more articles and these articles at oneup.com or any other gaming sites. But now we are going to be moving on to the releases from the past week. It's been a slow start to the year, and it looks like this week is no different. There are only 6 titles released this week, so it won't take long. We're going to start off with the 360, which only had 1 title release for it. The Xbox Live Arcade grew just a little bit bigger with the addition of a game called Amy. Supposedly a horror survival game, Amy has not received any scores as of yet from GameSpot. The PS3, however, did receive a score for its one release this week, which was an arcade-style game called Crazy Machines Elements. This puzzle-esque game received a critic score this week, and it got a 6.5. As we move on to the Wii, we get to the normal of no scores, so the one game it received doesn't get the privilege of a rating. This is a game that goes way back for me at least, but puts a twist on it that I've never seen before, and has the longest title for a video game I have ever witnessed. I'm talking about Carmen Sandiego, Adventures in Math, The Case of the Crumbling Cathedral. That is probably the longest game title ever. No, not really, but again, there was no score, but come on, it's Carmen Sandiego. It's gotta be something okay. But it is math, it's not geography, so maybe they're going out of their comfort zone. Anyway, now we move on to the PC, which is the only console that gets more than 1 exclusive for it this week. The first game that was released for it this week was Microtale. This game received a user score of 1.0, but from what I've seen of it, it looks really interesting in that it is kind of like a side-scrolling Minecraft game with more player interaction. The other game released this week for the PC is Conquer 2.0 Invasions of Pirates. This RPG game did not receive any score from GameSpot yet. Last but not least, we have the cross consoles for this week. There was one game for this category this week, and that was Choplifter HD. This retro action game brought 21st Century was released for the 360, PS3, and PC. The 360 received the only critic score out of the bunch, which was a 6.5. The PS3 received no score, and the PC got a user score of 6.0. Well, that there does it for this week. I hope you guys either enjoyed the news, the gameplay, whatever it was, or maybe even both. If you did, leave a like or a favorite. It helps me out a lot. Also, sharing this would be awesome too, whether on Facebook, Twitter, or something else. Other than that, check out my other videos, subscribe, and as always, stay sexy. Merry Christmas. Oh, you just got crapped upon.
From down here, I need to get higher.
Maybe I should just punch him. Oh! I didn't think I could. Awesome.